So this is our Chatsworth greenhouse. It's just over 6 feet long and about 5 feet wide, and it's a very compact greenhouse, and yet has got an awful lot of growing space inside. So the framework is architectural aluminium, and this is powder coated in a colour coating of your choice. The glazing is toughened safety glass. It's 4mm toughened safety glass, which is the same sort of glass you get in a house window. So it's very strong and very durable. But the beauty of glass is it traps the heat. So it makes the greenhouse much warmer than a greenhouse that has got, say, a plastic cladding to it. Now, the greenhouse itself is very cleverly designed with these sliding doors. So you're not walking inside this greenhouse like a traditional greenhouse, and that means that you've got a very compact footprint. It doesn't take up a huge amount of space in the garden, and because you're not walking in, the greenhouse doesn't need to be as tall either. So if you've got a relatively small garden, it's not going to dominate the garden like a big traditional greenhouse will. Now, one of the disadvantages of a traditional greenhouse is the fact that it gets very hot in the summertime. It's lovely in the springtime when the sun's rays aren't so strong, but once you get to summertime, then the greenhouse becomes very hot and you have to rely on shading, and you have to rely on perhaps tinting the glass, whiting out the glass to stop it getting too warm. But with the Access greenhouse, because you've got these sliding panels, you've got fantastic ventilation. In fact, every panel can be slid. So you've got sliding roof panels, so you can open up the roof and let the air ventilate out through there. The side panels slide as well, so not only are they providing access, they're providing excellent ventilation. And when you come round to the ends, again on the ends the glass slides, so you can get a through ventilation through the frame. Now, in addition to the sliding panels, you've also got 2 automatic louver vents. You've got one up here and you've got another one down here on the lower side here. So both of these are fully automatic. They've got a plant oil in there which expands and warms up and opens the vent. So early in the morning when you're not there, it will open up and ventilate the frame. But you can just leave the glass open as well to ventilate that way as well. Now, inside, although it's not taking up a huge amount of space, we've spent a lot of time thinking about what goes inside to try and make it as practical as possible. So inside you've got a glass centre staging that goes throughout. Now the beauty of the glass centre staging is it will allow light down to the lower level. So in a traditional greenhouse you might have staging in there, and then down below it's going to be very dark. Whereas in these, because you've got the glass, it lets the light down to the lower levels. But because it's toughened glass and it's 4mm thick, each of those sheets is rated to 50 kilos. So it's very strong and very durable. But if you want to, you can lift these sheets of glass out so you can grow taller things. You can see around the other side we've got a full-size tomato. I've just taken out the 2 sheets of glass and just put them on top of the other 2 sheets on the other side, just to give you a bit more height. You've also got these seed tray shelves as well. So the seed tray shelves are designed for plants and seed trays. If you want to put smaller pots on, we do some covers for them. But the beauty of these shelves is they're adjustable height-wise. If you don't want to use them, you can either drop them back into the centre, or you can take them right out to give you more growing space in there. So what we're trying to do is take a small space but really make the most of it. You also get this little potting area, so you can do your potting up, you can do your planting up without getting soil all over the nice glass staging. So that's another very useful feature. One of the unique things about the Access greenhouses is the watering system as well. So you can see at the end we've got a connection here for a snap connector, and you bring your hose from your tap and you connect that onto there. You can put it onto a timer if you want fully automatic watering, or you can just turn the tap on if you're there. But what you've then got is a series of nozzles on both sides of the grow house. You've got 2 nozzles up at the top level and 2 nozzles down at the lower level as well. And in the corner on both sides you've got little valves, so you can just have the lower level watering or just the top level watering, or both, just depending on what you require. And that's on this side, and it's on the far side of the grow house as well. So what we've got here is a very, very substantial product. The price includes delivery. We recommend that it's bolted down onto concrete. It doesn't need a special foundation, but it needs a nice firm foundation to fit it to, and then it won't blow away even in the strongest of gales. Our greenhouses have a reputation for durability even in very windy locations. So with the Access grow house, you have a solution to the smaller garden where you want lots of growing space, but you don't want a big traditional greenhouse that's going to take up lots of space, that's going to dominate the garden. Here you've got all your growing space in one compact area.